welcome to the SMan show. First, I'm gonna eat my sandwich. It's good, isn't it? Yes, it is. Guys, this is the first live stream. I just love eating my waffles and pancake sandwich. So I'm on air. And today we are going to be talking about last names. Good evening. How are you? Okay. Mm. 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 Please excuse the middle finger. Now, like I said, today we are going to be talking about last names. This is the first live of the SMan show. So we think we out here buying a product, but we're actually buying a name. And you know what? I saw the video, Leave a Legacy. I didn't see the whole part of it, but the last name stuff stuck out to me. And and y'all can annotate. Y'all can get on live and chat in the box while I'm talking. This is the first live stream. And can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Now, the reason why I had to restream is because my first stream, my audio was on mute. But anyway, we're going to get started and talk about these last names. Hasbro comes off the last name Hasenfield. Hasenfield. The Hasbro company comes off the name Hasenfield. Hasenfield Brothers. Excuse me. Notice how I circle the first part of them two words. Hasenfield Brothers. Hasenfield Brothers. Let me say that again. Hasenfield Brothers. You hear where I'm going with this? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Hasbro. Who are the founders of the Hasbro company? Henry Hasenfield, Hillel Hasenfield, if I'm saying that correctly, and Herman Hasenfield. They were the ones that founded Hasbro. They own all the toys that are made from excuse me. They were the ones that they're the ones that own the company. Called Hasbro. All right. Look at all the companies that they own. They own Play-Doh. Yep, that's right. You see it. Play-Doh, Play-Doh, They own Nerf, the one that make the toy guns. They own Play School, the one that makes Mr. Potato Head. And they also own Hasbro Gaming. They own all the toys that were made by Marvel, Disney Frozen, Star Wars, My Little Pony, and For Real, and Disney's Princess. You think the Hasenfields are sitting? You think the Hasenfields are not sitting back? Excuse me. Y'all think the Hasenfields are not sitting back making money off of us when we go buy one of their products that are made by the Hasbro company? I told y'all the name Hasbro comes off the last name Hasenfield. So Hasbro is the last name. Now, I had this right here, the Power Touch Learning System. And I heard that it's their take to compete with this company called Leapfrog and their touchpad learning system. I had Power Touch Learning System when I was little. That was made by Fisher Price. Fisher Price. Okay? Fisher Price. Let me see if I can this was developed by Fisher Price, and there are three prices. No. There were three founders that founded Fisher Price. Look at the name Fisher Price. Those are two words, Fisher and Price. Margaret Evans Price, Herman Fisher, and Iron Price. Those are the three founders that founded Fisher Price. So now, you think the Fishers and the Prices are not sitting back making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by them? We think we're buying a product that is made by a company, but we're actually buying a product that's made by a name. And I promise y'all, when I get finished with this live, I'm gonna send y'all the link to go watch the legacy, the Leave the Legacy video. Margaret Evans, Price, Herman Fisher, and Iron Price. Those are the three founders that founded Fisher Price. And the Power Touch Learning System was developed by Fisher Price. Now, I want y'all to take a look at these photos right here. We're moving on. Take a look at these photos right here. And while you look, no, take a look into these photos. I want y'all to look very closely at these photos. How many slides I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. I got 5 slides. I want y'all to look into them slides and tell me what company these products are made by. This, I know this doesn't have a company's name. So, but just know it was made by the company that I told y'all, that I asked y'all to answer what company where these products were made by. Look into these photos, and I'm gonna eat my sandwich. Mm. Whoa. Oh. Oh yeah. I had to keep, guys, let me tell y'all something. I gotta keep my face up in here, because when I turn it off, this is what happens. Y'all will not be able to hear me. I'm gonna cut this off. and y'all can look at these photos. I want y'all to look into them and tell me what company these were made by. We're going to find out what company these were made by. Mm-hmm. Did y'all find out? Let me finish eating my sandwich first, because I cannot talk with my mouth full. The photos of these products that I showed y'all, those products were made by Procter and Gamble. Simply put, P&G. Let me see. Procter and Gamble. Simply put, P&G. P&G. Look at the founders. Look at the founders' names. Excuse me. And I highlighted that stuff. I colored the last names in blue. William Procter and James Gamble. Those were the two founders that founded this company. Excuse me. Those were the two founders that founded this company. You think the Proctors and the Gambles are not sitting back making money off of us when we go buy any one of them products like Gillette Fusion? Yeah, y'all know Gillette, the best the man can get. Mr. Clean, Febreze, the the product with the silky Breathe Happy, and Crest with the slogan Healthier Smiles for Life. Procter Gamble owns all of that. Crest, Febreze. Um, I should have had Febreze up in there. I should have had Febreze up in there. But on to the next product. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Let me show y'all something. If yes, let me show y'all something. After yes, now if I put this picture up, if I ask If I put this picture out here, if I exit out this picture, y'all wouldn't hear me if my picture if this thing disappears. This right here, y'all won't hear me if I made this thing disappear. Okay? All right, now back to what I was saying. I want y'all to look at this product. Look into it. Now I'm gonna close this thing out. I know y'all won't hear me, so I'm gonna close it out. I want y'all to look into this product. Look into what company this product was made by. Look at this. No. Let me say that over again. Let me start over. Look into this product and find what company this was made by. Look very closely at this picture. Look in the back of this label and tell me in the comment section what company this was made by. Did y'all get what company this was made by? Let's look at this next picture. Look at the left picture and tell me what company this the Tylenol product was made by. Y'all can pause this video. Y'all can pause this live video if y'all want to. Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, that's right. Johnson & Johnson. That's the company that made Tylenol and Listerine. I meant to say Listerine. Band-Aid and Band-Aid. Band-Aid. Yep, that's right. You heard me. Y'all know that song. I love Band-Aid because Band-Aid sticks on me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Johnson & Johnson. Who are the founders of Johnson & Johnson? James Wood Johnson, Robert Wood Johnson the first, and Edward Mead Johnson Yeah, Edward Mead Johnson. Those were the three Johnson brothers. This company comes off the last name Johnson. You think the families of you think the families of these founders of Johnson and Johnson are not making money off of us when we go buy any of their products like these? We out we out buying a product that comes from a company that is based off the last name. But what we don't know is that some of our money goes into the families of the founders of the companies. And I don't care if a company is based off the last name. It could be based off the first name. It could be based off the first name. This is a picture that I took in my bathroom. It's a baby. It's a baby wipes product. But look at the company's name. It's called Huggies. Huggies. Kimberly Clark. Kimberly Clark. Kimberly Clark. Look at that name. Those are two words, Kimberly and Clark. Who were the founders of Kimberly Clark? John A. Kimberly and Charles B. Clark. Kimberly Clark. You see where I'm going with this? They would. That's the company that owns Huggies. You think the families of these founders, John A. Kimberly and Charles B. Clark, are not making money off of us when we go buy any of their products like this one right here, the one that I just showed y'all? And to all my beautiful black women out there and white women, because this is not about color. To all my queens out there, if y'all queens were born in the 80s, no. If y'all queens were born before the 80s, y'all might remember this product right here. I want y'all to look into the label. Look into the label. This label is called Press On Nails. Press On Nails. What is a company's name that made the Press On Nails? What is a company's name that made those press ons? Did y'all get it? The company's name is Lee. Lee. Yeah, that's right. Lee. Lee. Y'all queens were out there if y'all queens were buying this product called Lee Press On Nails, who is the founder of the company Lee? Dr. Henry Lee Jr. Dr. Henry Lee Jr. Y'all think the Lees were Y'all think the Lees were not sitting back? Y'all think the families of the founder of the Lee Company, Dr. Lee Jr., Dr. Henry Lee Jr., were not sitting back making money off of y'all queens when y'all go buy products like this that is made by Lee? Because that company's name comes off the last name Lee. Lee. Mm-hmm. Man, y'all think y'all buying tickets to the movies that are produced by movie companies, or y'all think y'all buying movies from at a store? Y'all think y'all buying movies or buying tickets to the movies or streaming movies that are produced by companies, but y'all actually buying movies that are produced by a name. Y'all streaming movies that are produced by a name, and y'all buying tickets to the movies that are produced by a name. Look at this company right here, MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Louis B. founded Metro Pictures Corporation, and Samuel Goldwyn, found Goldwyn Pictures. Goldwyn Pictures. Now, technically, Samuel Goldwyn did not found MGM, but his company merged with the Metro Pictures Corporation into Metro Goldwyn, and the last word is Mayer. Comes off this founder's last name, Mayer. Louis B. Mayer. That's a founder. He's the founder of MGM. His company and Samuel Goldwyn's company merged into MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Goldwyn Mayer. Those are two last names. Y'all think the Goldwyns and the Mayers are not making money off of us when we stream a movie or buy tickets to the movie or buy a movie at the store or online? A movie that is specifically produced by the movie company, their company, MGM. MGM owns a free movie network, called This. This. Let me look that up. And let me show you what the TV network looks like. This is owned by MGM. Hold on. All right, guys, this is the network right here. This. It was powered by MGM. It was powered by MGM in 2019. This. Oh, MGM owns a premium network too. It's called MGM HD. MGM HD. That's a premium network, just like HBO, Epix. Oh, and speaking of Epix, they own that too. Epix. That's another MGM company called Epix. And it says it right here, an MGM company. They also own another company called United Artists. United Artists. So man, y'all think y'all out there streaming movies? Y'all think y'all out there buying movies that are produced by the movie company MGM or any of their MGM companies? But y'all actually buying tickets to the movies that are produced by a company which is owned by a name. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Goldwyn Mayer are two last names. Y'all are actually buying a movie that is produced by a movie company, or should I say a name that is owned by another name. Because like I said, it don't have to be a last name for us to buy a name. Now I'm trying not to get this twisted, so I don't want y'all getting this twisted either. You think the families of Samuel Goldwyn and Louis B. Mayer are not making money off of us when we go buy movies that are produced by United Artists, which is owned by their company MGM? Epix and MGM HD are two premium networks. Those are paid TV networks. And they're not basic cable. Are they? Oh, you know what? I think I'm wrong here, but MGM HD is an HD cable network. Man, we think we're like I said, we think we're buying a movie. We think we're buying movies. We think we're watching cable networks that are owned by a movie company, but we're actually watching a cable network that is owned by a name. I told y'all that Epics. Oh, let me say this right here. We think we're paying for a premium channel that is owned by a movie company, but we're actually paying a premium channel that is owned by a name. Y'all understand me? Do y'all understand me? Let's see. Hold on. Excuse me, guys. There we go. All right. MGM owns United Artists, MGM HD, and Epics. In that TV network, this. You understand that? We got another MGM founder, Marcus Lowe. And he was a founder of Lowe Cineplex Entertainment. Lowe's Cineplex. Lowe's. See where I'm going with this? Excuse me. Marcus Lowe Marcus Lowe founded Lowe's Cineplex. See, we think we're going to a theater to buy tickets, but we're actually going to a name to buy tickets. Y'all think the families of Marcus Lowe are not making money off of us because we're going inside his theater to buy tickets to the movies. Y'all think the families of Marcus Lowe are not sitting back making money off of us? This company goes off of the last name, Marcus Lowe. Do y'all hear me? And he's another founder of MGM. And I don't care if MGM goes off of his last name, but I bet the families are making money off of. I bet the families of this founder are making money off of us because we're buying a movie or buying tickets to a movie that is made by that movie company, MGM. Samuel Goldwyn Jr. That's Samuel Goldwyn's son. I told y'all about Samuel Goldwyn. He was a founder of Goldwyn Pictures. And that company merged with Metro Pictures into MGM. Samuel Goldwyn Jr. founded the Samuel Goldwyn Company. Samuel Goldwyn Jr. founded the Samuel Goldwyn Company. So now, you think he's not making money off of? He may be dead, but his family You think his family is not making money off of us when we buy a movie that is produced by this company, Samuel Goldwyn Jr.'s company? And look at the signature. I don't know. I don't know if the signature belongs to Samuel Goldwyn or his son Samuel Goldwyn Jr. But it's got to either belong to them two. Now, before we look at the next movie company, I like to tell you something. I like to tell you something. Please excuse that noise. Okay, this is my real name, Shakar Khalil Griffin. Let me say that again. Shakar Khalil Griffin. Notice my notice that each letter notice the underlined letters that each words of my name begin with. Shakar starts with the letter S. That's underlined. Khalil starts with letter K. That's underlined. And Griffin starts with letter G. That's underlined. When you take those underlined names and put them together, you get the word SKG. 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 Now let's look at this movie company, DreamWorks. It was acquired by NBC Universal. It is acquired by NBC Universal. But these three founders, Steven Spielberg, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and David Geffen. Notice their last names. Notice that each of the letters that start their last name are underlined. Spielberg starts with S, just like my first name Shakar starts with S. Katzenberg starts with letter K, just like my last name, just like my middle name Khalil starts with K. And Geffen starts with G, just like my last name Griffin starts with G. If you put those underlined letters together, you get the word SKG. Now look at the. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Every time I move the mouse within this screen right here, this thing up here blocks the whole picture. Nah. He got stronger in the body, he got stronger mentally. But you know what? You know what? Look at the picture. Look at the word DreamWorks. Look. What letters do you see under the word DreamWorks? What do you see under the word DreamWorks? SKG. Y'all think the families of these three founders are not making money off of us because we're when we're buying or streaming or buying tickets to a movie that is produced by this company right here, DreamWorks, and David Geffen was also the founder of the company that comes off of his last name, Geffen. Geffen Records. Geffen Records. Yeah. I gotta tell y'all something about the TV network Fox. What if I told y'all that Fox is a last name also? Fox. Fox Film. 20th Century Pictures Incorporated. Those were the two companies that merged into 20th Century Fox. And who's the founder of Fox Film? William Fox. William Fox. His company in 20th Century Pictures Incorporated merged into 20th Century Fox. And in 1986, that's when the TV network Fox launched. And then came Fox Extended. Simply put, FX. That's a basic TV cable network. FXX and FXM. Those were also basic TV cable networks. Then the company, that sports company, Fox Sports, they got two of their networks, FS1 and FS2. Those are also basic TV cable networks. And then Fox Business and Fox News Channel. They all come off the last name Fox. So we think we're watching a TV network or basic TV cable network, but we're actually watching a cable network that is based off the last name. Now, not all of Fox was bought out by Disney. There's another company that came off the last name Fox called Fox Searchlight Pictures. Fox Searchlight Pictures. Not all of Fox was bought out by Disney. The only two companies, see, these were all under the name 21st Century Fox. That also came off the last name Fox. But 21st Century Fox was acquired by Disney. The only two companies, the only two Fox companies, if I'm being true, that are bought by Disney are 20th Century Fox and Fox Searchlight. After the Disney Fox merger, that should have been an R in merger. They done took out the Fox name. They done took away the Fox name from 20th Century Fox and made it 20th Century Studios. and Fox Searchlight was changed to simply Searchlight. And then Fox Sports. Oh, and I gotta tell you that all of them Fox Sports regional networks are being rebranded under the name Ballet. Remember that Ballet fitness company, right? The ballet, the Ballet fitness company. I told y'all some of the not not all of Fox was bought out by Disney. If I'm being true, the Fox Sports regional networks, those are basic TV cable companies too. If you got those, if you got one of those regional networks, just know that they're. I hear that. I hear that they're rebranding under the name of Ballet Sports. But anyway, y'all think the families of Fox, William Fox, the founder of Fox Film, are making money off of us because we are what we are watching basic TV companies that come off of the last name Fox. Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, Fox Extended, simply put FX. FX Movie Channel, FXX, Fox Business, and Fox News. I told y'all that Disney bought Fox. This is the company right here, Disney. Y'all, I think we should know by heart who, if I'm being true, I think we should know by heart who founded the Walt Disney Company. Simply put, Disney. Walt Disney, one of the main founders, and Roy O. Disney. We think we're streaming services. We think we're streaming stuff on Disney Plus. Disney Plus comes off the last name Disney. So does Disney XD, Disney Junior, and Disney Channel. Those are basic TV cable networks. Those are the three basic TV cable networks that come off the last name Disney. And they own that broadcasting network. They own that broadcast network called ABC. And ESPN is another basic TV cable network. So now we think we are we think we we think we're streaming movies on Disney Plus, or we think we're watching cable networks that are owned by Disney, but we're actually watching cable networks that's owned by the last name Disney. Disney is a last name. You think you think the family of Walt Disney and you think the families of Disney are not making money off of us when we stream on Disney Plus or pay for basic TV cable networks like ESPN, Disney XD, Disney Channel, and Disney Junior? Because those are owned by the last name Disney. Oh, and let me look up Marvel. I believe that Marvel Studios is another Disney company. Yep, and I'm reading it right here. See, I don't like reading stuff from Wikipedia because I see that link called en.wikipedia.org. See, I don't like citing from Wikipedia. They say you should never cite from Wikipedia. It says it says that in 2009, the Walt Disney Company acquired Marvel Entertainment. The Walt Disney Company. So now Disney owns Marvel now. Walt Disney owns Marvel now. Oh, and there's something about the name Marvel too. But I'm not going to waste time on that one. Disney now owns Marvel. He got 3 major injuries. He first towards the Pacific when he was in New Orleans. Then he got to LA. No, not LA. He got to Golden State towards Quad. And then he went to LA towards Leeds. So he got 3, and then they all on the same leg. Warner Media. That's the company that owns. See, its former name is Time Warner. But on either way, Warner is a last name. Warner is a last name. Warner is a last name. Excuse me. The two main companies that they own that come off a last name are Warner Brothers and Turner. The Warner Brothers company was founded by Jack L. Warner, Harry Warner, Albert Warner, and Sam Warner. Warner, you think the families of these Warners are not making money off of us when we go buy a movie? And stuff. You think the families of these Warners are not making money off of us? You think the families are not making money off of us? The families of these Warners, when we go buy a movie that is produced by Warner Brothers Pictures? The Turner Company. The Turner Company. Founded by Ted Turner. Turner Network Television. Simply put, TNT. Turner Broadcasting System. Simply put, TBS. You think the families are not making money? You think the Turners and the Warners are not making money off of us? And they got this. Warner Media also owns HBO, Cinemax, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. That's a night program on Cartoon Network. And and there was this other movie company called New Line Cinema and another one called Castle Rock Entertainment. But I don't think that company exists anymore. If, I'm not sure if that company still exists, Castle Rock Entertainment, but those were all owned by Warner Media. Warner Media's former name was Time Warner until AT&T bought it. And they got this new streaming service called HBO Max. HBO Max. You think the Warners are not making money off of us streaming on HBO Max? Streaming the Warner Brothers movies. Oh, and starting December 25th, 2020, Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers movies that are starting December 25th, the day that Warner Brothers released its movie titles, the day that Warner Brothers released its movie titles, those movies, the same day that Warner Brothers released their movie titles, are the same day that those movie titles are going to be streamed on HBO Max. But on either way, the Warners are still making, the families of the Warners and the Turners are making money off of us. Pillsbury. Now my former favorite food, let me admit that my favorite product that was made by the company Pillsbury was the toaster strudel. Yeah, that's right. You heard me, the toaster strudel. But look at the founders of Pillsbury. Look at the founders of the Pillsbury. And this is their mascot. Look at the founders of Pillsbury. Charles Alfred Pillsbury. John S. Pillsbury. Notice that I underlined their last name because this company is based off the last name. We think we're buying a product that is made by Pillsbury, but some of our money goes to the families of these founders when we go buy their product, including my favorite product, toaster strudel, because that's made by Pillsbury. That's made by Pillsbury. You think the families of the Pillsburys are not making money off of us? You think the families of these founders are not making money off of us? Stouffer's. I believe those are the ones that make the pastas. But look at their founders' names. Mahala Stouffer and Abraham Stouffer. Y'all can go look up the Stouffer products for yourselves and see if I'm lying or not. They were the ones that made macaroni and cheese and stuff. They were the ones that made all that stuff. The macaroni, the pasta company called Stouffer's. You think the families of these founders of Stouffer's are not making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by them? And let me stop for a minute. Let me stop for a minute because when I saw the leave a legacy video, when I saw the first part of the leave the legacy video, it made me think. It made me think. So now, so now, so now. Okay. Okay, I just found something. Y'all might hear me if I press that maximize button instead of the blue switch button on the on this thing right here. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. So now, the founders of Stouffer's are Malaha Stauffer and Abraham Stauffer. You think their families are not making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by their brand? Tyson. That's a last name. What's the founder's name? John W. Tyson. Tyson. That's a meat company. You think the Tysons are not making money off of us? And I knew Tyson was a last name because I thought Mike Tyson. He's a fighter. And speaking of fighter, there's a company, there's a grill, there was a grill that is made by the company George Foreman. George Foreman is another fighter, isn't he? George Foreman. George Foreman is another fighter. But anyway, back to Tyson. Tyson, the food company, the meat company, founded by John W. Tyson. You think the Tysons are not making money off of us? You think the Tysons are not making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by their brand? Let me admit that I'm feeling tired. But anyway, Sears. That's another last name. What's his founder's name? Richard Warren Sears. And that's a store, Sears. See, we think we're going in a store buying a product, but we're actually going to a name. We're going to a name. You think the Sears, you think the families of Richard Warren Sears are not making money off of us? There's a tower in Chicago that comes off the last name Sears called the Sears Tower. And I'm from Chicago. Sears. That's a store that comes off, whose name comes off the last name Sears. Richard Warren Sears, the founder of Sears. Macy's. another store that comes off of the last name Macy. Its founder, Roland Hussey Macy. Roland Hussey Macy. I told y'all that these companies that go off the last names, their founders, you think the families of their founders are not making money off of us when we go to a store? When we go to a store that has their name, Macy's, some of our money that we use, some of our money that we use to pay a product inside the store Macy's or Sears goes into the families of the founders of Sears and Macy's. Wells Fargo, that's a bank company. Look at the founders' names. William Henry Wells. That's a business. Wells Fargo. Look at those. Look at the founders' names. Notice that I colored their last names red. William Fargo and his business partner, Henry Wells. Look at the last names. Look at those last names of Look at those last names. And notice how I put those names together. Wells Fargo. Hennessy. That's a beer company. Y'all think that we're buying beers whose brand comes off the last name, but we're actually buying a name. Hennessy. Who's the founder of that? Richard Hennessy. Y'all know that slogan, never stop and never settle. That company never stop and never settle. Hennessy is a last name. You think the families of this founder are not making money off of us when we go buy their drink? Miller Coors. Those are two last names. The founder of Miller is Frederick Miller, and the Coors founder is Adult Coors. The Miller Brewing Company owns Miller Lite. And the Coors Brewing Company owns the quote unquote the world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light. Coors Light. Those two companies, Miller Brewing Company and Coors Company, have merged into Miller Coors. But do y'all think that the families of Frederick Miller and Adult Coors are not making any money off of us when we go buy any of their brand, any of their drinks, like Miller Lite and Coors Light. Some of our money that we use to pay for that stuff goes into the families of Frederick Miller and Adolph Coors. I want y'all to take a look at this photo. It's a DVD player that I got in my house right now. Better yet, excuse me for not having any pants on. Please excuse me for not having any pants on. This is my DVD player that I got. It's next to my TV. Look into this look into this DVD player right here. Look into the DVD player. What company do you see that made the DVD player that I got in my house right now? That's right. Philips. Phillips is a last name also. That company was founded by Gerald Phillips and his father, Frederick Phillips. They were the ones that owned the coffee makers, the TVs, the DVD players, and Philips Sonic Care. That's a toothbrush. Look at this name called Hallmark. Look at this company called Hallmark. It kind of rhymed with Walmart. And that's another company that I'm going to talk about later. Walmart. Hallmark. Notice that I underlined this first part of the word hallmark. Hallmark. Those are two words. Hallmark. Notice that I underlined the word hall because what is the name of the founder of Hallmark? J.C. Hall. J.C. Hall. Notice that I underlined the word hall in Hallmark. Because I told y'all this company Hallmark comes off the last name Hall. And when we buy a product that is made by Hallmark, do you think the families of J.C. Hall are not making money off of us? Do you think that the families of J.C. Hall are not making money off of us when we pay for this basic TV cable network called Hallmark Channel? Do you? Hallmark. Their their company and their channel comes off the last name Hall. Here's another company called Bloomberg. 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 That's a business company. And it's founded by Michael R. Bloomberg. And he was also the founder of the TV channel Bloomberg. I told y'all that this movie, that basic TV channels like this one comes off the last name. This is Bloomberg Television. Bloomberg TV. And it's founded by Michael R. Bloomberg. You think the Bloombergs are not making money off of us when we pay for their basic TV channel, Bloomberg Television? That's a basic TV channel. Bloomberg is a last name, y'all. I keep forgetting to take a picture of my dad's HP computer. Cause HP. Okay. I keep forgetting to take a picture of my dad's computer. Cause it said on the back of there HP. And HP stands for Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard. Look at the founder. What are the founders' names of Hewlett Packard? Bill Hewlett and David Packard. David Packard. Bill Hewlett and David Packard. Notice that stuff highlighted in blue. And notice these arrows pointing. Hewlett Packard, HP. You think the families of these founders right here are not making money off of us when we go buy any product that is made by their brand, HP, Hewlett Packard? Some of the money that we use to go and buy a computer that is based off that is made by HP goes into the families of Bill Hewlett and David Packard. Their families are sitting up being rich and we're broke. That's why I'm glad that I only got one pair of Jordans. One pair of Jordans. The Jordan Company was founded by Michael Jordan. And I think we should all know that by heart. Now, what if I told you that I'm streaming on a computer that is owned by CPS? It's a Chromebook, but it's owned by CPS, standing for Chicago Public Schools. On the back of the Chromebook, and I'm reading it right now, it says Dell. Dell. Dell is a company that makes the Chromebook. And I know I got some desktops up in my closet in the hallway of my house that say Dell. But look at the fount. Dale is a last name also. What's the founder's name? Michael S. Dale. Michael S. Dale. You think the Dales are not making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by their brand, Dale? Lowe's. That's another store. That's another store. What's the founder's name? Lewis Smith Lowe. Notice that last name in blue. Notice that last name in blue. You think the families of Lewis Smith Lowe's are not making? Y'all don't think the Lowe's? Y'all do not think the families of Lucius Smith Lowe's? And I meant to say that correctly. Lucius Smith Lowe's. Lucius Smith Lowe. Y'all don't think the families of Lucius Smith Lowe are making money off of us when we go to a store? When we go to their store and buy a product, some of that money that we use to buy a product go into the family of Lucius Smith Lowe. So now, we think we're going to a store. We think we're going to a store to buy a product, but we actually going to a name to buy a product. Marshall's is another last name based store. Its founder's name, Alfred Marshall. Y'all don't think the founders of him? No. Y'all don't think the families of him are making money off of us when we go to their brand? There were three other founders of Marshall's. I know there were three other founders of Marshall. Yep. There were three other founders of Marshall's, but I'm not going to talk about them. The one I'm going to talk about is the one with the last name Marshall, Alfred Marshall. Y'all don't think the families of Marshall are making money off of us when we go to their store, buying a product inside their store? Some of our money that we use to buy a product inside the store, Marshall's, goes into the family of the founder of Marshall's. Y'all might remember this jingle, say big money at Menards. Yep, that's it right there, Menards. That's another store. Who's its founder's name? What's its founder's name? John Menard Jr. John Menard Jr. John Menard Jr. John Menard Jr. Y'all don't think the Menards? Y'all don't think the families of John Menard Jr. make money off of us when we go in a store, their store, buying a product at their store? Some of our money that we use to go and buy a product inside Menards goes into the family, into the hands of the family of John Menard Jr., the founder of Menards. Y'all know that jingle, say big money at Menards. That's the one. And Sharon Williams, Those are two last names. That's another last name based company. Look at their founders. Y'all know that former jingle. Ask how, ask now. Ask Sherwin-Williams. Yeah, that's it. Ask Sherwin-Williams. Y'all think y'all asking that company Sherwin-Williams, but y'all actually asking the last names. Let me calm down. Y'all think y'all asking Sherwin-Williams, but y'all ask. I know I didn't just swear. Y'all think y'all going and asking Sherwin-Williams, but y'all actually asking y'all actually asking a name. These two founders, it should have said SMan founders. It should have said SMan founders. Edward Williams and Henry Sherwin. Henry Sherwin, Edward Williams. Sherwin Williams. You see where I'm going with this? You think the families of you think the families of Sherwin and Williams are not making money off of us when we go buy their paint products inside of their store? And I know that there's some paint that is exclusively produced by Sherwin-Williams. But on either way, the Sherwins and the Williams are still making money off of us. Some of our money that we use to pay a paint product inside of Sherwin-Williams goes right into the hands of the families of the founders of Sherwin-Williams. Behr paint is one of them. Behr is one of them paint products. And its founder's name is Otto Behr Jr. Behr. And I'm going to show it to y'all. Otto Behr Jr. That's a paint company. Otto Behr Jr. You think the Bears are not making money off of us when we go buy paint that is made by Behr? That's the Behr Paint Company. But I bet the Behr paint products are inside Sherwin-Williams, because Sherwin-Williams is a paint store, a last name based paint store. So y'all thinking y'all gonna ask Sherwin-Williams? Y'all think y'all going to ask Sherwin-Williams, but y'all actually asking a last name. Y'all actually asking a name. So man, moving on. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ow! Yeah, y'all know that jingle. O'Reilly Auto Parts is also a last name based store. Their founders are Charles F. O'Reilly and his son, Charles H. O'Reilly Jr. And I knew O'Reilly was a last name for sure. Because I thought Bill O'Reilly from the Fox News channel. I told the Fox News channel. I already mentioned Fox News when I told y'all that Fox is a last name. You think the O'Reillys are not making money off of us when we go buy a product inside their brand? Some of our money that we use to go buy their product goes right into the hands of the families of these two founders. Stick with me, y'all. I told y'all about the company Hallmark. It rhymes with Walmart. Hallmark, Walmart. Now we about to talk about Walmart. Walmart. Notice that I highlight the wall part. WAL. WAL. Walmart was founded by Sam Walton. Sam Walton. Walton Walmart. See where I'm going with this? So is Walmart a last name based company? Yes, it is. Because Walmart, this company comes off of the last name Walmart. Walton. Walton. Walmart. Just like Hasbro comes off the last name Hasenfield. Hasenfield, Hasbro. Just like Hallmark comes off the last name Hall. Hallmark. See where I'm going with this? Now back to Walmart. Sam Walton was a founder of Walmart. He also founded Sam's Club. That comes off his first name, Sam. That comes off his first name, Sam. So now, on either, we think we're going to buy a product inside any one of these stores. We're actually going to a store that's coming off a name. This company comes off the last name. Some of the money that we use to go to any one of these stores buying a product, some of our money that we use to pay a product inside of these stores goes into the hands of the family of Sam Walton, the founder of these two stores, Walmart and Sam's Company. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Y'all know that jingle. Y'all know that jingle. That's McDonald's. And McDonald's is not founded by Ronald McDonald, the character Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald did not found that Ronald McDonald did not found the store, no, the restaurant McDonald's. The founders are actually Richard McDonald and Maurice McDonald. And I knew McDonald's was a last name for sure because I thought soft rock singer Michael McDonald, the one that put out "I Keep Forgetting." But anyway, McDonald's, the founders, Richard McDonald and Maurice McDonald. That's a last name based restaurant called McDonald's. You think the McDonald's are not making money off of us when we go to their restaurant buying any item inside of there? Our money that we use to pay for stuff at McDonald's on the McDonald's app goes right into the hands of the families of Richard and Maurice McDonald. Kmart. Kmart. It used to be the Kresge company. Let me see if I'm pronouncing that right.
Kresge.
Kresge. Kresge. You think the Kresges are not making money off of us when we go into this brand called Kmart? Kmart comes off the last name Kresge. Kresge. Kresge starts with the letter K. Kresge starts with the letter K. And that K is taken for the store to be named Kmart. Kmart. It used to be the Kresge company, but now it's Kmart. Kmart. That's another last name based company. Kmart. And that's another store. We think we're going buying a product inside Kmart, but we're actually buying a product inside Kresge. Kresge. I want y'all to look at this picture, this jam picture. And I don't think this should take too long. But look at the company. Look at the jar. Look at the jar label. What company do you see that made the jelly? Welch's. Welch's. Welch's is the one that made fruit snacks. Welch's is the one that makes fruit snacks and grape jelly. Excuse me. And grape juice. Excuse me again. These hiccup my nerve. Founder Thomas Bramwell Welch. Let me say that again. Thomas Bramwell Welch. Welch. So we think we're buying a product that is made by a company. We think we're buying a product, any one of these products or any other product that's made by Welch's, but we're actually buying a product made by Thomas Bramwell Welch. Bramwell Welch. Thomas Bramwell Welch. And you think the families of him, you think the families of him are not making money off of us when we go buy a, a product that is made by their brand? Some of our money that we used to pay for these products goes right into the hands of the families. Oh, some of our money that we use to go buy a product that is made by Welch's ends up into the hands of the families of Thomas Bramwell Welch. I want y'all to take a look at these photos. Take a look at these photos. I want y'all to look into them. What company do these products have in common? Because this is a company that made these products, and I got these products in my house right now. That's right, Kellogg's. Kellogg's. Kellogg's is the one that makes Pop-Tarts, Nutri-Grain, and Morningstar Farms Special K and Cheez-Its. Didn't I mention Pringles? If I didn't, Pringles. And of course the cereal, Fruit Loops. You know that follow your nose thing, the Apple Jacks, the Raisin Bran, and Frosted Flakes. They're great. And Rice Krispies, Snap, Crackle, Pop, Rice Krispies. Yeah, y'all know those jingles. But its founder is William Keith Kellogg. Notice his last name. Notice his last name in red. Notice his last name in red. So Matt, we think we're buying a product that is made by Kellogg's, but we're actually buying William Keith Kellogg. You think the Kellogg's are not making money off of us when we buy any of these brands or any other brand that is made by Kellogg's? Some of our money that we use to go buy these products ends up in the hands of the families of William Keith Kellogg. Moving on. Another cereal brand called Post. The one that made Minecraft, Honey Bunches of Oats, Oreo O's, and Sour Patch cereal. Who's the founder of that? Who's the founder of Post? C.W. Post. So is Post another last name based company? Yes, it is. And doesn't Post own Wheaties? Wheaties? Nope. Nope. Post doesn't own Wheaties. Post does not own Wheaties. But do you think the posters are you don't think the posters are not y'all don't think the posters are making money off of us when we go buy any product? Y'all don't think the families of CW Post are making money off of us when we go buy any product that is made by Post, like Honey Bunches of Oats and Oreos, or any other cereal brand that is made by Post? Some of our money that we use, um, some of our money that we use to buy any of that stuff that is made by Post ends up in the hands of the families of CW Post. Moving on. Mars Wrigley. See, Mars has acquired Wrigley. Wrigley is the one that made Skittles, the Taste the Rainbow brand, Juicy Fruit, Double Mint, Spearmint, Big Red, Altoids, that's the mix, and a Hubba Bubba, and Lifesavers. Mars is the one that makes M&M's chocolate, the stuff that melts in your mouth and not in your hands, and then Twix. Mars then acquired Wrigley. The founder of Mars is Frank Clarence Mars. And the Wrigley founder is William Wrigley Jr. Mars, Wrigley. Those two Mars has acquired Wrigley. You think the families of these two founders are not making money off of us when we buy any of these brands that are made by this company? Our money, some of our money that we use to go buy these brands ends up in the hands of the families of these two founders. They're sitting up there being rich. And before we know it, we go broke. Hold on. What did I just see? Ignore this thing right here. That shouldn't have been said on here. Now I want y'all to take a look at this photo right here. Look at this photo right here. Now look at this photo. What company do they have in common that made these two products? What company do these two products have in common that made them products? Look into them now. Look at them very closely. I got these products in my home right now. And this right here, this is a product that I use to make cheese eggs that I put on my breakfast sandwich that I ate earlier tonight. This right here. But what does this product and this product have in common? What company are they made by? Yep, that's right. Kraft. It and Heinz merged into Kraft Heinz. Kraft's founder is James Lewis Kraft, and Heinz founder is Henry James Heinz. And there is a restaurant that Heinz owns called TGI Fridays. We think we're going to a restaurant that is owned by a company, but we're actually going to a restaurant that is owned by a name. Heinz, the last name based company, owns TGI Fridays. Kraft owns Oscar Mayer, Jello, Kool-Aid, Jet Puff Marshmallows, Philadelphia, and Meal. Meal. Yeah, that's it. You see it right there. Meal. That logo with that teardrop on it. And A1. The steak product. And Lunchables, too. Lunchables. Those were my favorite ones. And y'all couldn't. Can y'all see all of it? Can y'all see all of it? I believe that live tag and that zero tag is blocking it. Hmm. Okay, I'm back now. Those two companies merged into Kraft Heinz. You think the families of James Lewis Kraft and Henry J. Heinz are not making money off of us when we go buy any product that is made by their brand, or to that restaurant TGI Fridays, which is owned by Heinz? Some of our money goes right. Some of our money goes right. Some of the money that we use to buy any product ends up in the hands of the family of these two founders. When we go to TGI Fridays, which was owned by Heinz, our money goes right. Our money goes into the hands of these families of Henry J. Heinz and James Lewis Kraft, because I told y'all these two companies merged. Lipton. And I don't know if that slogan of Lipton still exists, called Be More Tea. Lipton. That's a tea product. That's a tea company. Who's the founder of that? Thomas Lipton. You think the families of Thomas Lipton are not making money off of us when we go buy a product that is made by Lipton? We are actually buying Thomas Lipton. And our money that we use to go buy a product that is made by Lipton goes into the hands of the family of Thomas Lipton. So now, I want y'all to take a look at this photo right here called Smucker's Jam. Oh, I just said the name. I just said, what company did I just say that made the product jam? Strawberry jam. What company did I just say that made the product jam? The product strawberry jam. What company did I just say that named that made the jar? What company did I just say that made the jar? Look into it now. Plug this computer up. That's right. Smuckers. Smuckers. Rhymes with suckers, doesn't it? And that F word that rhymes with Smuckers. Smuckers. Look at its founder. What's his founder's name? Jamon Monroe Smucker. Jamon Monroe Smucker. So Smucker's is Smucker's a last name based company? Yes, it is. You think the Smuckers are not? You think the families of Jamon Monroe Smuckers are not making money off of us? When we go buy any product like this one that is made by the company Smuckers, you think the families of Smuckers are not making money off of us when we go buy a product like that or any other product? We're actually buying Jamon Monroe Smucker. That's what we're doing if we're buying a product. And I might sound crazy, but the things that sound crazy are the things that we need to listen to the most. We're actually buying Jamon Monroe Smuckers, and his family is making billions off of us, I believe. Campbell's. Y'all know that jingle. Good. Good. Yeah. Campbell's. The Campbell's Soup Company. That's the one that owns Pepperidge Farm, if I'm saying that correctly. Pepperidge Farm. Pepperidge Farm. Or Preparedage Farm. No. Hold on.
Pepperidge.
Pepperidge Farm. Okay, I'm back. Pepperidge Farm, as y'all heard, Siri. Pepperidge Farm. That's the company that makes my favorite goldfish. That's the company that makes my favorite kind of snack called goldfish. But but I had to think outside the box once I saw that legacy video where that dude talks about those last names. The founder of Joseph A. Campbell, and I knew Campbell's was a last name. I knew that Campbell's was a last name because I thought Mary. Erica Campbell is one of the members of Mary. Her last name is Campbell. This founder of the Campbell Soup Company is Joseph A. Campbell. You think the families of Joseph A. Campbell are not making money off of us? When we go buy any product, including my favorite, do we think? I better stop saying y'all because this is including myself. I'm done saying y'all. We do not think. Do we think that? Do we think that these products? No. Do we think that the families of Joseph A. Campbell are making money off of us when we go buying a product that is made by the Campbell Soup Company? Campbell's owns Pepperidge Farm, and that's the company that makes my favorite snack, goldfish. Do y'all hear me? I know by heart that Hershey's is a last name. I knew that I didn't know the founder's name, or should I say I didn't remember the founder's name, but I knew that his last name is Hershey, and his name is Milton S. Hershey. That's the founder of the Hershey Company. That's the one that makes the yolk peppermint patty, the Kit Kats, the Kisses, the Whoppers, which used to be my favorite. I think is that my favorite? I don't know. Icebreakers, Mr. Goodbar, which my dad used to buy. Payday, Jolly Rancher. Did I say Twizzlers? If I didn't, then Twizzlers. Almond Joy and Mounds, Heck, and the Hershey's Bar, and Bubble Yum. Y'all, stop saying y'all, SMan. Do we think that the Milton? Do we think that the Hershey's are not making money off of us when we go buy any of their brands? Do we think that we're going to get a sensation when we buy the yolk peppermint patty? Do we think that the Hershey's are going to be sorry when we buy a Reese's? Because at the end of the Reese's commercial, it's going to say, "Not sorry, Reese's." You think the Hershey's are going to be sorry when we buy? Do we think that the Hershey's are going to be sorry if we buy a Reese's? Do we think that the Hershey's are going to give us a break when we buy a Kit Kat, or give us a kiss when we buy Hershey Kisses? Do we think that we we're not going to get twisted when we buy Twizzlers? Do we think that the Hershey's are going to give us a pay when we buy Payday? Do we think that the Hershey's are going to break the ice for us when we buy icebreakers? Because the Hershey's are making money. The Hershey's are making billions off of us when we buy their brands. Our money, our money that we use to buy these brands goes right, ends up in the family, ends up in the hands of the families of Milton S. Hershey. Milton S. Hershey. Moving on to the Ford company. Moving on to the car companies. Ford. What's the founder's name of Ford? Henry Ford. So which means that when we buy the Ford companies, when we buy the Ford cars and all that stuff, when we buy any of the vehicles made by Ford, our money goes into the hands of the families of this founder, Henry Ford. Henry Ford. This is a last name based company, Ford. Toyota is another last name based company because its founder's name is Kiichiro Toyota. Toyota. You see where I'm going with this? Toyota. These names sound the same, but on either way, Toyota is a last name based company. You think his family is not? Do we think his family is not making money off of us when we buy a Toyota? The newest Toyota that came out. The newest Toyotas that came out. Porsche, that's a last name. Ferdinand Porsche. Porsche. You think? Do we think the families of Do we see? Let me tell you something. I don't have a car yet. I don't have a car yet. I don't. I'm gonna leave it at that. Well, I don't even have a driver's license yet. But do we think that the Porsches are not making money off of us when we go buy any of their cars? Do we think the families of Ferdinand Porsche are not making money off of us because when we go buy a product, buy a car that is made by this brand of theirs, their brand. This is his brand. This is Ferdinand Porsche brand Porsche. Do we think his family is not making money off of us when we buy a car that is made by their brand? Honda is another last name based company because the founder's name is Soichiro Honda. Do we think his families are not making money off of us when we buy any car that is made by Honda, like the CRV, the Civic, or any other car that is made by Honda? Do we think the families of the founders of David, do we think the families of the founder David Dunbar Buick, the founder of the another last name based company called Buick, is not making money off of us? Do we think his family is not making money off of us? Do we think that the families of founder Carl Benz is not making money off of us when we go buy a product, a car that is made off of Mercedes, that is made by Mercedes Benz? And I gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about that company, Mercedes Benz. There are three other founders. There are three other founders that founded Mercedes Benz. But Mercedes Benz comes off the last name Benz. This founder's name is Carl Benz. One of the other founders of Mercedes Benz is a female. Her daughter's name is Mercedes. Her daughter's name was Mercedes. Another one of them founders of Mercedes, her daughter's name was Mercedes. And that's our namesake, Mercedes Benz. And this reminds me about another restaurant called Wendy's. Wendy's. The founder of Wendy's, he named it after his daughter. Do y'all hear me? The founder of Wendy's named the store after his daughter. And there was a picture of that daughter. You can look at that compared to the Wendy's logo. But back to this. Mercedes Benz. One of the founders of Mercedes. Go look this up. Mercedes Benz. The four founders of Mercedes Benz, one of them's daughter's name is Mercedes. And this founder right here, Carl Benz, Mercedes is not his daughter. Is he black? He looks black to me. Carl Benz. But anyway, this is a last name based company called Mercedes Benz. Oh, and we got a singer under No Limit Records, a Master P company. Her name is Mercedes. But y'all wouldn't care about that. But Mercedes Benz, that comes off the last name Benz. You think the founders of Louis Chevrolet are not? Do we think the founders? I keep saying you. I'm supposed to say we. Do we think the founders of Lewis Chevrolet are not making money off of us when we go buy any vehicle that is made by Chevrolet? Or should I say Chevy? Because Lewis Chevrolet is a founder of Chevrolet. Short for Chevy. No. Chevy is short for Chevrolet. Chevrolet, Chevy. But on either way, that's Lewis Chevrolet's brand. We think his family is not making money off of us. Or we think his not family, or we think his family is not making money off of us when we go buy a vehicle that is made by Chevrolet. We're actually buying a vehicle that is made off a last name. Look at this piano. I got it in my house right now. And better yet, I'm going to show y'all. You see it? You see it? Y'all see it? Did y'all see it? Now, I want y'all to look into this picture of my piano that I got in my house right now. Look at the piano. What company do you see that made that piano? That's right. Yamaha. Yamaha. Yamaha is another last name based company because its founder's last because its founder is Tokusu Yamaha. Tokusu Yamaha. Do we think the Yamahas are not making money off of us when we buy a product that is made by Yamaha? A product like this? And I had that piano when I was young. Wait, before my nephew was born. Yamaha is another last name. So I think I got a piano in my house that is made by a company when I actually got a piano in my house right now that is made by a name. Oh, I forgot to update something. So all these last names, so all these pictures that I showed y'all, so all these last names that I showed y'all, I gotta show y'all one more name. Y'all might be familiar with this name right here. All right, now I'm back. Oh, come on, man. Wrong button. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I forgot to include up in there. Now, this is not a basic TV cable network. It is a broadcasting network. But it's a free TV network. It's a free TV network. Just like ABC. ABC, the free TV broadcasting network that is owned by Disney. Yeah, that's a free TV. PAX is a free TV network. But, but that's still a base. But PAX TV is still a last name base cable network. And it's short. It's a last name base. It's a last name base broadcasting network. It was founded by Bud Pax's son. And you know what? Let me underline let me underline the word. Let me underline the first part of his name. Let's see. Now, what word did I underline? What part of Paxson did I underline? That's right. I underlined the word PAX. I underlined the first part where it says PAX because PAX TV was named after its founder, Bud Paxson. And Paxson PAX TV was renamed Independent Television, simply put I, before it was Ion Tel. Its name now is Ion Television. Its original name was PAX TV, and I remember seeing PAX when I was little. But we think we're that. But what I'm saying is, we think we're watching a free. We think we're watching a TV network that is based off the last name, but we're actually watching a name. We're actually watching a name. Because I told you, the original name of Ion Television was Pax TV, and it was founded by Bud Paxson. I can assume that Pax TV was a Christian network. And now, moving on, I got some questions for y'all, and y'all can let me know in y'all can let me know in the chat right now. Do you think the Chase family, do you think the families of Solomon P. Chase are making money off of us when we go to their bank, when we go to their bank and put money in their bank? Do you think the Chases are making money off of us? Technically, Solomon P. Chase is not the founder, but he is a friend of John Thompson. That's the one that founded Chase. And and the Chase company, and another company called JP Morgan, which was founded, of course, by JP Morgan, the person. The JP Morgan company and the Chase Bank company merged into JP Morgan Chase and Company. The Chase Company was founded by John Thompson in honor of his friend and U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, Solomon P. Chase. Chase is a last named based company. Although Solomon P. Chase did not found that company, do you think the Chase family is still making money off of us when we go into their bank and put money in their bank? And it's the same with Wells Fargo's. Wells Fargo's is a bank company, and we put money in their bank. Let me know. Let me know in the comments section. And that is the end of the SMan Show live stream.